there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we're talking Lamh Huntsville. You guys know why you were here. Tonight was another episode of a full-on attack against Mel and the millimeters. And since, allegedly, OWN has been added as a defendant for this class action lawsuit of 21 counts amounting to $105 million. Why is the show and the cast members and production fueling this false narrative about Mel and the millimeters? Why are you targeting a specific group of people? And a lot of the people, a lot of the millimeters, like a lot of you said in the comments, these people don't even know. Your hardcore millimeters are actually not even the people that you know, right? You for whatever reason have just clumped anybody that says anything nice about Mel is a millimeter, but you're not even talking about the real hardcore millimeters that don't say anything, don't do anything, and etc., right? You don't know those people, right? That are always going to support Mel no matter what. But for whatever reason, you have a class action lawsuit that is active right now. And you think it's a good idea for all this evidence to amount up. The attorney already put in there how one of your Core 6 cast members is allegedly targeting black women specifically. And you have your cast now on the show targeting a black woman and her black supporters specifically. You think that's going to be good for the case? You think that's going to help the case at all? Because it's giving harassment, it's giving stalking, it's giving discrimination, it is giving a lot of tomfoolery, you guys. And I just don't understand why we are pushing through with this narrative. The moment that OWN was added to this lawsuit should have been the moment they scrapped whatever foolery they were going to try to pull with this millimeters and Mel stuff. They should have reshot some scenes and went another direction, because this isn't it. This isn't it at all. Or maybe they all want the show to implode. Maybe they all want to lose their checks, because there's no explanation to do this other than you're pressed and stressed. I thought you didn't care about what anybody says about you. I thought you didn't care what anybody thinks about you. So why are you devoting a whole season to bloggers? And your head producer is also a blogger that could have stopped this, right? But nonetheless, he's pressed too, because he's getting dragged up and down in these YouTube streets for enabling this toxic work environment. So he thinks attacking Mel and attacking Mel supporters is going to resolve his issue, except for the ratings are at its worst yet. And you attempted to cook the numbers in that ridiculous article that you were in the last paragraph of, that you didn't even afford to actually have a full article on, talking about some linear 3.7 of the 0.9 L3 rating. No. That's not how Nielsen ratings work. That's not how live and 3-day on-demand ratings work. Like, you got to do better. Trying to count, YouTube numbers, trying to count clips on social media as the total ratings, trying to count every episode anyone's ever seen of Lamh Huntsville as the total number of viewers for an episode. No. But enough is enough. The same people who are saying, oh, they're coming for you because they're jealous, they're obsessed, and all these things. Well, what do you say about yourselves devoting your entire season to Mel and the millimeters? Wouldn't that make you jealous and obsessed and pressed about somebody and a fan base you don't even know? About strangers on the internet you have no idea about, but you get so personally offended. Every time, every single video, I ask you, if there is something that is incorrect that somebody is saying about you, post the receipts. Prove them wrong. But instead, you cry wolf
you play victim, and you do the immature thing, which is insults and attacks like a child. So therefore, you're not making your case any better. In fact, you're literally handing the case over, to say, hey, here is all the proof of you harassing and targeting a specific group of people, in particular, black women. Because black women aren't the only people who talk about this show, right? And this assumption, quote unquote millimeters, you don't know who all the millimeters are or what they look like, if they're all male or all female or whatever. You don't know. But you put everybody into a box that dares say something that you deem praising Mel or being complimentary to Mel. I mean, what is everybody supposed to do? Are we supposed to just lie? Do you want to just say nothing but positive things about you, even if you're in the wrong? Is it nice to call somebody deplorable? Is it nice to call somebody crazy? Is it godly to, call somebody the B word immediately after? Like, let's make it all make sense, you guys. Because you guys seem to want to play around with alternative facts and you want to try to throw things back at other people, but you never talk about the stuff that you say and do. And then when it comes back, you want to threaten people. But you never take accountability that you lit the match. You're the one that started this. You're the one that started the smear campaign. You're the one that started the isolation tactics. You have been trying to pull a Mariah Huck on Melody Cherie Rogers for how many seasons now? You tried not to film with her. You tried to, have Martell try to force her off her own show. You've tried all of these tactics. You've tried giving her a bad edit. You've tried forcing Martell in group scenes and all these things. And now that Mel, and Martell are filming together, even though you won't explain to the audience the real reason for that, now all of a sudden, it's difficult. We can't decide between Mel and Martell who to invite to our events. Oh, Mel's just pretending to be booked and busy so that she doesn't have to film with the cast. She's the one isolating herself. We're not doing it. No. How about you talk about your cast purposefully scheduling events the same times as Mel so they don't have to go? How come you won't mention that? Because Mel announces all of her events months in advance. I posted receipts on that. She posts everything months in advance. By January, everything Mel's got going on for the next 6-7 months. And then she reposts the same ads as she gets closer to the date. So you knew in advance all of the events Mel has going on, and you decide, hey, let me schedule an event the same weekend as Mel, so that way we don't have to film together. But then you want to try to play dumb on camera and say, well, I tried inviting Mel, and she said she had something else to do, and I thought that was me trying to give an olive branch, and she just said no, she just didn't want to be there. No. Mel doesn't work for free, you know that. She told you guys when you guys attempted the first Black Expo that she's not going to be a speaker unless the check is clearing. And we know you guys do not like to pay people, allegedly. So therefore, it was never going to happen. And meanwhile, you got up there on the panel and embarrassed yourself. Because you were not a business, man. So therefore, again, we are back to square one. Another flop season. Like I said, trying to make fetch happen with this Destiny, Sunny, and Moses thing that nobody cares about. Nell is trying to get the tea from Sunny on this timeline. Meanwhile, after this event, your sons are getting arrested back to back. Why? It's just comical to me. All of this negative energy, all of this negative attention that is being focused on Mel and Mel supporters and all these things, it is coming back to you tenfold. Because you got basically the entire cast, with a criminal rap sheet and actively getting arrested as we speak. And then you have people just missing from the show altogether because they have no storylines, and the times they do come on camera, all they can say out of their mouth is millimeters, like they don't talk about anything else. You have nothing else to talk about. You have nothing else to go on about in your lives. Or no. The real life that you have, you don't want people to know about because it'll expose you. There is something you want hidden from the people. Otherwise, you would have Mel's name and millimeters out of your mouth. And you would be actually talking about yourself and the things that you've got going on. But again, that would make too much sense. Perhaps you could build a fan base and build some sympathy and build people supporting you if you actually talk about yourself. What a concept. Talk about your real life on a reality show. Like Martel says, this show is full of actors and scripts that are given to the people to reenact, as Marceau would say, the scenes of things that he already reacted to. And they'll take as many takes like this is a movie or a TV series set until they get the shot they want. But again, it's all Mel's fault. It's all the millimeters' fault, and this and that. Meanwhile, you have nothing to talk about. And inviting Martel to this event was a waste of time. He gave nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But the audacity to do this, and you know that led by Mel and led by the millimeters and Mel supporters that are choosing to black out this season, who want nothing to do with this season because Mel saw those episodes in advance. She saw the pre-screeners and said, thanks, but no thanks. I'm not promoting crap. I'm going to promote my businesses. I'm going to promote my events, my performances, my master classes, and you're just going to have to deal. My merch, everything. And you're just going to have to deal with it. Meanwhile, people are scrambling to rub these pennies together to make ends meet to keep this show afloat, you guys. Talking about they're going to watch the episode again. Well, good. Maybe that'll add like a couple of more views, right? But it's not going to break any records. It's not like the glory days of the season, which was back in the first 2 seasons when it peaked, when it actually was decent. But now it's a complete bleep show. But making Mel and the millimeters, the enemy, when they're not the problem, and you have an active case in which specifically black women are being unfairly targeted, it's not a good look. And you are actively on a show isolating and bullying a black woman and putting out false narratives about her and saying that she's responsible for her ex-husband trying to put out revenge pee on her and that she is responsible for everyone else's problems and issues. And then you have your reinforcements going on a press tour spilling lies, contradicting themselves from the other million interviews they've done. And you're on the mute challenge, still reposting Bible quotes from the pastor on Twitter. Not living godly at all. Reading Bible scriptures, and all these things, right? Not living godly. Don't use the Lord's name in vain if you are not about that life, you guys. What is the point if you're going to start cussing after? What is the point if you're going to do something nefarious after? What is the point if your whole mission is to try to take somebody down because you're jealous of their success instead of incorporating the success into the show to show black excellence? Because that's what we wanted to see. That was what was supposed to be the concept of the show. But again, since nobody's going to tell you how to run your own show, you choose to run it to the ground and burn everything up, right? But then when your job's on the line, when the season's on the line, when the show potentially getting ordered additional episodes is on the line, you want to come out with cooked numbers and try to fool the people. And then when a lawsuit comes out, you want to now come out and talk about there's some series high ratings that nobody can find any receipts of. That there is no data, there is no analytics. We have been asking for how long now to provide receipts of your claims, and you guys refuse to do it. But we're supposed to take you at your word for anything when you guys have lied to us so much over the years. You just want us to take your word as the gospel, that whatever you say is nothing but facts, but your actions say otherwise. Your actions say you guys are all messing around trying to get somebody kicked off their own show because you're jealous. And since Mel doesn't want to play by your rules, since she didn't want to agree to that, big time, home project deal with the comeback group, because Mel didn't want to stick around with a cheating Martell and just let him continue to, flaunt around Huntsville with a harem and disrespect his wife and children, that she was just going to accept it and do the mute challenge like apparently his other friends that have wives that they cheat on. Now Mel's the bad guy. Because now Mel's making all of you look silly. Right? And so you feel you have no other choice but to defend Martell. But the only reason you're switching up on Martell now is because he's convicted. And the only reason you're switching up now is because cases are moving forward and you may be asked to testify. But don't act innocent now. Don't act in your feelings now. But continuing to call people names, continuing to specifically attack black women, and this case in particular is talking about black women being targeted. It's not smart, you guys. It's not intelligent. And continuing to fuel the fire as if cases aren't actively happening right now, I don't understand it. Literally, all they have to do is just collect all this evidence, collect all this footage, and present it as various exhibits to the courtroom of all of your toxic behavior, of all the slander you guys are doing. But again, you're so short-sighted. You had this great master plan to film all this stuff this season, that the goal was going to be to take down Mel and the millimeters. And you never thought that anybody was going to respond to a lawsuit. You didn't think anybody was going to involve OWN in a lawsuit. You didn't think that any of you potentially are going to be called to testify in the lawsuit. Because again, when you're short-sighted and all you can think about is tunnel vision trying to take someone down, you don't think about the consequences. You don't think people are going to fight back. You think everybody is dumb, is just going to fall for whatever you put on the show and not investigate. And now look where we are. Nobody wants to reshoot anything. Nobody wants to scrap this, considering this lawsuit. Nobody cares. It's as if the lawsuit doesn't exist, you guys. It's as if the harassment isn't existing, you guys. But again, who is going to end up with egg on their face when this is all said and done? Because if it was me and I had this terrible plan to try to come for people that had a larger fan base that has already showed loud and proud that they can impact the ratings, they impacted Letitia's mom getting let go, they impacted Destiny getting let go the first time, and you want to play this game again? I just don't understand. I don't understand the logic at all. And you know the impact when Mel supporters and Mel fans and millimeters don't tune into the show. It turns into series low ratings. So again, what are you trying to accomplish? What are you trying to achieve when it's all said and done? Because trying to even put millimeters on the level of the Beehive or, the Barbs or Barty Gain or Swifties is completely and utterly ridiculous. Those are actual fans that will literally try to ruin your life. Millimeters don't care. They do not. And most of the true millimeters, like I said, you don't even know of their existence because they move in silence, you guys. So again, you're making assumptions because you don't like what you're hearing from certain people. But it's not personal, and it has nothing to do with Mel. It has everything to do with something you said and did that they didn't like, or they found offensive or inappropriate and have an opinion on it. But you can't handle it even though you signed up to be on reality TV. So why is it wrong if a blogger has a negative reaction to something you said and did on a reality TV show? That is perfectly normal. But again, everything's Mel's fault. Everything's Mel's fault. Everything's the millimeter's fault. Nobody else has done anything wrong. Everybody is perfect. You guys, everybody is perfect, and everybody else that is associated with Mel or is a millimeter or Mel supporter or Mel fan or whatever, they're the problem, you guys. They're taking it all down. No. We can't do that anymore, you guys. We can't continue these false narratives. And now there are going to be real consequences. And I have no idea why they're continuing with this trajectory this season. I think it is very short-sighted and stupid to do with active cases like this. So there is that. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.